This episode of Ask the 8 Ball Podcast is brought to you by Lola's Fine Hot Sauce and The Irish in West Glen and West Des Moines.
Hi, I'm Quinn, and I'm listening to my daddy and Cody.
All right. You ready, Marsh?
I'm ready whenever you guys are ready.
Welcome to 2023, guys. This is the first episode of the new year.
Well, he's not ready yet.
Oh.
You're jumping the gun.
No, you go whatever.
I'm a little premature. What can I say? Little and premature.
Oh, that's fair.
Or immature, whatever you want to call it.
All right, now you can go. That'd be a great opener.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, Cody?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Oh, not a lot. What's new?
I don't know, man. Let's ask the 8 Ball. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us for episode 99, the first episode of 2023.
Yeah.
99, really?
Yeah.
Episode 99.
99.
Yeah, we started trying to do season-wise. It was like season 5. I think this was by the...
This will be season 5, like
episode 14.
14, yeah, but...
But 99 sounds good.
99 sounds better. We'll just go episodes then.
Yeah. Theo Vaughn does it that way, and we're basically as popular as him.
Judge.
I mean, he kind of stole the idea.
Aaron Judge, 99.
Yeah.
Gretzky. Another good
Gretzky.
Yeah.
I think Theo Vaughn stole the idea of podcasting from us. So
Yeah. The Rat King.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Theo Vaughn?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you should check him out.
He's very, very funny. Very good.
Well, guest for episode 99, we couldn't think of a better guest for Aaron Judge's number than a fellow Yankee fan.
Oh, I quit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to be me and you then.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll decipher which part of you guys' lies you're telling over here.
Former radio legend. The GOAT of Des Moines radio.
Former
as I
boss
call
of
him.
Eric Marshall III.
Also true. Greg Chance.
Hello.
Or as I call him, Gangster Greg.
Yes,
Gangster
that's right.
Greg.
I call him B-Rabbit.
Yeah, it's true.
He did look like B-Rabbit back in the day with the bleach blonde hair.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Totally B, yeah.
He
That
can
is
also
your,
beatbox like B-Rabbit. His girlfriend's been practicing.
Yeah. No, awful. Now that you're retired from the radio game, do you
Yeah.
prefer Greg or Chance?
Either one would work.
Okay.
Really. By the way, thanks a lot for having me. That's very,
Yeah.
very
we
thoughtful
appreciate
of
it.
you.
When he texted me and said, "Oh, Chance is in," I'm like, "Isn't his name Greg?"
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
"Is his name Chance Gregory or Greg Chance?" I
It's
was
kind of funny. I did go through a name change as soon as we started the station. It's like everyone just like dropped the Greg and
went with Chance.
Went with the Chance, and we stayed on course really as far as that goes.
You'll be amazed how many people in radio don't have their actual names.
I know
Yeah,
somebody
I know.
else that's like that too.
That's true. Me. There's one. We have a guy, I still refer to him as CJ.
Yeah.
CJ's not even in his name anywhere.
No.
Who's that?
No.
You would know.
Yeah.
But he used to work for the radio station with us.
He's a good man, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was CJ from the word go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
So many of these guys don't have their real names. But, I mean, you don't want a guy on there with a dumb name that's not catchy, essentially.
Was
Well,
Greg were you his manager when it was
Always.
sexy and easy or
Oh,
whatever?
no, that was at the high school station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that would not have been allowed.
That was Des Moines Public Schools.
Okay, yeah.
We're not doing sexy or easy on Kiss 107 FM. That's what it was at the time.
Yeah.
Then it went to 107.5 Kiss FM.
So, for those who aren't familiar with your younger audience, you retired, what, like 5-6 years ago from radio?
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah, it was March of 19,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So, those who know, we'll give a quick history lesson of Greg Chance.
Uh-oh.
So, you started radio, 30 years ago?
September 4th, 1991.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
So
31.
32 years ago.
Yeah, I started at what is now Star 102.5.
You
Yep.
But
started
back in
the
the-
station itself.
I know.
Correct?
I did not. I just started working there.
Oh, okay.
It was Q102.
Okay.
KRNQ were the call letters then. And I started there and I did music research. So
Okay.
basically, Monday through Thursday, between 6 and 9:30, we would call people and make sure they fit in the box.
Mm.
And then we'd literally play hooks of songs.
Okay. So like they have those
So it was music
shows
testing
on now. Yeah.
It was music testing basically. So they had to get so many things right to get to the song proportion of the test, but
Right.
and we could do it past 9 o'clock because we weren't soliciting anything, we weren't selling anything, we just needed your ear and time.
Yeah.
So I did that for about 3 months, somewhere in there, and then it was November 24th at 3 a.m. They put me on the air when there was about 6 listeners, and one of them was my friend. One was my friend. He called me, and I'm like, uh-oh. Like, this actually works.
Yeah.
You know, it was just kind of weird.
So that was about our first 50 podcast episodes. We had our 6 listeners that checked us out. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We're now up to
Hey, you
12.
got to start somewhere.
They were all overseas too. It's weird.
That's what the bottom is for, so you can get to the top, baby. You know,
That's
you got to
true.
start somewhere.
Right?
Then you went and you basically started working at Clear Channel Radio.
Yeah,
which is
we
now
started that.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, I started there June of '95,
Okay.
and then that's where the run at iHeart
Perfect.
began, and spent 24 and a half years
Okay.
with them.
Nice. The best probably 6 he had was when I was there. I still have an
B-Rabbit.
award on my mantle at home. Says Clear Channel Radio MVPT, most valuable part timer.
Yes, you were.
I also think they gave me that just so I want to ask for more money, but I could be wrong.
I don't know about that. I don't remember that part. I do remember, though. I hope is he showed you the picture of the yellow Hummer in his driveway
Oh,
with
it's-
him hanging.
Yeah,
with
I
him
actually
hanging
have
out
seen
of
it. They had the
Yeah.
decals on the side. or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my personal vehicle.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
the names. We had the names of the talent, like a NASCAR,
Yeah.
down the side.
Oh yeah, I think
That
that
was,
was
dude, I'll tell you what. The Hummer is a cool vehicle, right? When that
That was
first,
awesome
when that came out, and then we got a yellow one.
You got
it
a
was,
bright yellow one.
Oh, it was
And then we
great.
switched, got a black one.
And then we got a black one for. We had a black one for 2 runs.
Had a giant yellow bread truck.
Yes, the bread
Like a
trick
UPS
was.
van.
Yeah.
The bread truck.
Nice.
That thing was pretty cool.
That was a lot of fun stories about that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could burn some time on that one.
I'm surprised they didn't get you the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile to drive around.
We did a couple events with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they never let us drive it for some reason. That's where the ball stopped. But
Yeah.
they
I
let
assume
you go in
insurance
it.
Purposes, I'm not.
That and lawyers and all kinds
Yeah.
of other stuff.
The Hummer was nice because whenever I drive that, like I was like, I got like an hour until we have to be at this remote. I got to run an errand. So like if I had to run the mall or something, I'll just pull up outside the front door and put the flashers on.
Yeah.
Like I got a spot check.
You told me that.
And
Yeah.
then Get out.
No,
Run
note
in,
to
do your
self.
hands, come back out. Front row parking.
By the way, unbeknownst to me, this is the first time hearing it that long.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
Well, nothing you can do about it now. It's been so long.
I've learned in my many years
Oh, yes,
alive
that's
to
right.
not ask permission, ask forgiveness.
There you go. Of course.
He very much studied the statute of limitations in high school and college.
I'm sure there was plenty of things done with that Hummer that I don't know about.
Yes.
Well, we've
We're
got
not
about an
gonna get
hour
into
to
that.
tell them all. So
Only an hour? Darn it. We should get started then.
Yeah. Cody, what questions do you have about radio from back in the day, or any just fun stories? What do you have for us today?
So-
we're interviewing you now.
are you okay? So you started off as a radio personality. Right?
Personality, lightly. Use that term lightly.
Lightly?
Yeah.
So you interview anybody cool? I mean, like, who's the coolest person or best story you interviewed?
Wow, you should have really you should have told me you were going to ask me this question so I could think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, can I have 3 minutes to think about that? Yeah. I mean, I interviewed a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, a fun one. We interviewed NSYNC backstage before their show, but even better, I could tell this now and I won't get
I
killed.
think that was before I started, because that was like a year or two before I started with NSYNC.
So in NSYNC, they were on their 3rd leg of the tour, right? They're like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should stop by Ames, Iowa.
Ames, Iowa. Yeah.
We've been everywhere twice. Let's see what
Sound like
see what
Ames.
they're
That
up
was a good
to.
one.
So, sure enough, a few nights before that show, or the night before that show, they're all in. This is when Lance is, thinking about being an astronaut in Russia, right? They all make it in. We go to Drink the Original Fun Bar, and we're having beverages, and the only one that's late to the function is JT.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I know who JT is.
I don't
to
know.
clarify for
I
you.
don't- Thank you. I should, yeah.
Thanks for
I got
name
you.
dropping, Marshall.
I don't know if I should tell this story. You think
I
he'd
wasn't
be-
there yet.
I know, but I might get in trouble if he sees this. So,
I hope he sees it. So.
Yeah.
Selfishly,
Big
I hope he
trouble.
gets trouble.
Yeah.
so anyway, we're gonna do acronyms from here on out so that we protect the innocent.
Yeah.
Anyway, so apparently that's the day. That is the day that he broke up with Britney Spears. It was basically official that day.
Really?
Yeah. So there's something
BS,
that happened. I
broke up
won't.
BS.
What's that?
He broke up with BS.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. There. So, I guess CP and we played some pool. Chris Kirkpatrick. Anyway, no, it's Chris Kirkpatrick. We were playing pool or whatever, taking some shots with the girls. It was a Tuesday night. So, I mean, and then obviously it got a little noisy about what we were doing. And we left. And when People Magazine called me the next day, I don't remember where we went.
Yeah.
All I remember is we went back to the hotel.
Yep.
At the we stayed at the Embassy Suites right downtown. They had a grand piano down there, so I decided to sit down there and start playing a little bit of Brian McKnight because I knew that song at that time.
Yeah.
Justin sits down and starts playing it with full chords, and then the cool thing is he starts playing things off of his next new album, his solo album, and a lot of stuff that actually sounded a lot like Cry Me a River. I mean, it was unreal. I mean, it was a very cool thing. Talk about wanting to have a phone at that point in time in your life. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, that's the best part about not having phones really at that point. But no, after we left drink, we went to the lumberyard. And
nice.
And
everyone, the LY.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I'm not doing a very good job protecting anybody.
I got your back.
So thank you. So sure enough, when we get there, the funniest stories is JC, you should know that, Shazak.
Yeah.
He goes to the DJ. He gives him like $60, and if you've ever been to the LY, I mean, it's got a rather large screen, right?
Yeah.
It's 3
So
stages.
he pays. Yeah,
I've been there once.
Allegedly.
I've been there once, allegedly.
He pays the DJ $60 to play "I'm a Slave for You" Britney Spears on the big screen.
Oh, that's awesome,
dude! I'm just like, oh boy! I'm like, this thing is still really warm. I mean, it was really, really warm. But sure enough, at that time, Justin, I don't know, they lost him. He went somewhere. But yeah, I'll never forget walking in the room, and everyone goes down to some area, and they're like, "Chance, come here," and I turn around and I walk up a flight of stairs, and there's a probably 6'6", 330 gentleman staring down at me like this. He goes, "If I hear anything about this on the radio tomorrow," he's like, "you're gonna die." I go, "Hear what?" I have no idea what you're talking about. I just turned around and
I heard nothing.
So sure enough, when People Magazine called, I'm like, we hung out a drink. No idea what happened to that. Last thing I knew, we were at Embassy Suites, and Justin's playing piano in the middle of the hotel at 2:00 in the morning.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I kept that one off.
Did he sing along to it too, or?
He was kind of humming along.
Okay.
I don't think the lyrics were set yet, but
and "Cry Me a River" was a song about BS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
You're not really a music guy, so I don't know if you know.
No, I remember a little bit about BS back in the day.
Okay. She's a little off a rocker nowadays.
A little bit.
To answer your long-winded answer to your question, so we were backstage the next night before the show, and they had gone to they did go-kart racing and stuff like that during the day.
Yeah.
But we interviewed him, and then it was kind of fun. We interviewed him or whatever, and then we got the interview back on the air while we're doing radio wars outside of the venue. I mean, it was just dude, it was a lot of fun back then, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was you're just trying to chase quarter hours, right? As far as that goes in the radio business. But
It'd be cool to be out not having a phone, because you don't have to worry about stuff now. You to do something like that, you're like, oh man, someone's gonna record this. We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, it just doesn't happen.
TMZ's ready for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore because there's just there's way too much traffic now.
Yeah.
But
That's
I mean,
that's why they have like Chappelle shows. You have to put your phone in a bag that's locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Essentially, that's what it'd be like. Oh, you want to hang out? That's cool. This phone goes in the bag till we go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I mean, I met Gwen Stefani.
That's awesome.
I mean, she is unbelievably sweet, and yeah, she's a porcelain doll. I mean, she's just like.
Did you ever meet
darling.
BS then?
Actually, she did a show in Kansas City. We didn't technically meet her. She did a little bit of a Q&A backstage. When she did her show here, it was funny. We got backstage passes. So instead of, I did something like I call ones. We gave away 2 ones, not a pair, because 9 times out of 9, if Eric's going backstage to meet Eminem, and he's with somebody that doesn't want to meet Eminem, so you only have one victory there, right?
Yeah.
So when I do ones, I'm like, I want 2 people that are fanatical about the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, but yeah, we did, but it's just, yeah, I'm sure that's very, very controlled, contrived. Hi, how are you? Goodbye. Very quick.
If you ever get to meet Eminem, I want to meet Eminem. I love Eminem.
Eminem would be awesome to meet. I can tell you this real quick before we go into a quick break. My favorite, actually, I don't know necessarily my favorite, but my favorite story, I guess, would be is when we had 106.3 The Beat.
Yeah.
And we were still in the Channel 13 building, right there at 1801 Grand or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And the Yin Yang Twins were in town.
Yeah.
And so they're going from 106.3 to Beat Studio to do drops and everything. I think they interviewed with John Cruz or whoever was there at the time.
Yeah.
And they're going downstairs to the Kiss 107 studio. which you have to walk past the Channel 13 newsroom and their on-air studio and all that to get
The newsroom
to
is on that
corner
end. Yeah, at the
where
time.
where the 107 studio is at, and they're just walking
this is
through the
gonna be
lobby
good.
as they're trying to like prep for the news and do their little cut-ins and stuff, and they're just like, just through the lobby, just louder than shit, just not even.
I must have
caring
been in
at
the
all.
studio for this. I
Yeah,
didn't.
it was Jared was with us.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
Goldberg.
we're just walking through, and they're just and. Finally, I don't remember. Somebody from Channel 13 just gets up and just closes the door, and you can just see John Bachman sitting there, and, like prepping his lines for a show, and he's just like, "What the fuck is going on?" So they just shut all the doors to the studio.
So this basically was happening at about 5:55, 5:56,
Oh, yeah, it
because
was-
they're
it
going
was
on at 6
just fucking-
show
o'clock.
at Bel Air, I think that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're just getting drops from them and everything before their show.
Oh, that's
It was-
too
That's
funny.
hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
Let's roll into our fake sponsor of the week. Not to be confused with our real sponsors, Lola's, the Irish in West Glen, and
Maybe iHeart Radio.
oh yeah, we'll pitch it. We'll see if they can take it. Yeah, and we'll be right back with more Greg.
Ooh, Winston tastes good. Like a cigarette should. Yes, Winston tastes good. Like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good. Like a cigarette should. Winston!
And now for you menthol smokers.
Winston comes up with a fresh idea. A Winston menthol in the super king size. An extra long cigarette. And it's the best tasting yet.
What a taste. What a combo. Winston and menthol. And in the super king size. Try new Winston menthol in the tall green and gold pack.
Oh well, as long as we win.
Well, you can watch the box score, right?
I can watch the box score. Yeah. Yep.
Or, hear me out.
Gamecast.
Hear me out. You could just do the podcast.
We're only at 5 right now. I'm not
Just
happy.
a thought. But if you don't watch the game, they could win.
They could.
You're kind of a jinx. You're a Packers fan, and you watched the last game of the year and they lost.
That's because I said. That's all because I jinxed it. I said I've watched the last 5 here at home and we've won them all, or 4, whatever it was.
Well, I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah. That's why I didn't go over to Zach's. I was like, I gotta watch at home, and then
I'm like that too sometimes.
what's that?
I don't like to be around negative energy,
I don't
and I've
either.
got to watch.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you a story real quick. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks to our fake sponsor of the week. Also, thanks to our real sponsors, Lola's, the Irish, and the iHeartRadio. Right? We'll just shout them out till they put us on. I want to be on the app. Us and
That's
Colin
right.
Cowherd want our own stations on there.
Yes.
What were we just talking about?
You're talking about watching teams.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so me and Chance are obviously we're Yankees fans, right, Cody?
Yeah. Unfortunately for you
By the
guys.
way, real quickly, can I just jump in?
Yeah.
I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
8
Okay.
years old when I went to the Bronx for the first time. I'm wearing Oshkosh Bagosh. All right. Thurman Munson, Ron Guidry. I'm pretty sure it was Piniella, Randolph, Dent, Nettles, Jackson. I don't know who was in center or left, but
Jackson was there. Reggie Jackson.
it was
front,
1970, probably 78, 79, right around the Son of Sam time. If you ever seen that series, it's unbelievable. You've seen that.
Yeah. So I can tell you this.
So yeah, I didn't phone it in from Des Moines, Iowa. My mother grew up in Stamford, Connecticut, so that's why.
I phoned in from Des Moines, Iowa, because my dad was a Yankees fan because he was a big Reggie Jackson fan.
There you go.
So I grew up watching Yankees. My brother, however, is a Red Sox fan.
Really?
But I think it's 'cause he's an
Did
asshole.
he fell one too many times, didn't
Yeah,
he? When he was
yeah.
younger? It's okay.
Well, he's a Red Sox fan, and whoever won the year before.
Yeah.
So those are his teams.
I remember you used to be a Colts fan for a while. And
But I do remember this. The last time I watched a Yankee game with Chance, it was Game 7 against the Boston Red Sox in the series where we were up 3-0.
yeah.
And Boston won 4
4.
straight. And the 7th game we watched at Francis.
Yeah, you want to know something
And
ridiculous
I've never
about
watched a
that?
game with them since.
Yeah,
It's the only
that-
time it's ever happened in.
Yeah,
in
that's
Major
where
history.
Schilling and he literally had the Red Sox. I mean,
Won
it's
the
just
Sox
like
World Series, yeah.
I mean, if somebody had a baseball bat that could take it to that kid, I mean,
Yeah, we needed.
you got to be understand.
I was trying to call
ridiculous.
Nancy Kerrigan's agent up, see what could happen.
That'd be,
That was.
I mean, Tanya
you
Harding.
guys-
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
guys-
thank
you
you.
guys beat him the year before when Boone went yard.
Well, and the other, I mean, that was 04, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were on a little bit of a run there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do appreciate people not liking Yankee fans. I'm down with that.
Yeah, it makes it more fun.
Yeah, but I literally have gravel from the old stadium.
That's pretty cool.
In my office. I've got an autographed Joe Torre picture. I mean, it's just like that's why I always go deep when people are like, wow, there were only 4 channels on when we were kids, right?
Yeah. What?
And when you're good, you get on the TV a lot, right? So I'm a Cowboys fan because down there on that time, and I know B is too. But I'm not that big a Cowboys fan. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'd probably get shredded for this.
America's team.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably get shredded for this. I know that the 49ers rather are playing the Cowboys. I'm actually going to be rooting for Brock. I'm not going to lie to you.
49ers are going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
I think that story is actually really, really quite cool.
There's going to be a movie out in 3 years of Brock Purdy. Just for the season, especially if they go to the Super Bowl.
Well, it can't be any worse than the Kurt Warner movie. So.
Whoa!
Great. That's good as the Kurt Warner movie.
Easy. Don't be hitting the homeboys in the mouth like that. It's all good. I haven't seen it, but I do need to see that.
The movie looked terrible. That's why I don't mind Kurt Warner. The movie looked awful.
So I watched the preview and I'm like, oh, he's playing the Unidome, but he's playing outside. What the heck is going on?
Oh no, they did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mess. They can't do that.
It was.
That's bad director right there.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, you got to be like.
So, I sent you a few episodes. I don't know if you had a chance to watch any or not.
I did.
So we do a little second part of the show called The Blitz.
I didn't see this part.
That's okay.
You know what else you're missing?
Huh?
Where's the 8-ball?
It's in one of the bags over there.
Okay.
Cody, you want to grab the 8-ball?
And the other thing I thought about was.
Thank you.
You call it the 8-ball, but.
Well,
you don't use it very often.
Let me ask you a question before we go into the Blitz, and I know you'll know this answer. It's called Ask the 8-Ball because of David Puddy, who is from what show?
No.
Seinfeld.
Okay.
Aren't you a Seinfeld guy?
I'm not.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
God, classic backfire.
So
at that time when Seinfeld was kicking, what years were that? I don't want to mess this up.
Early 90s.
93, 99 or something like that.
Yeah, I was working on other things.
Yeah.
Like finding females and, radio career.
Yeah. I was at home doing homework.
Yeah, I wasn't watching
You weren't doing homework.
I watched a few episodes.
It was homework at the time.
Yeah.
So back to the 8-Ball.
Anyway, so when we were... we started just during quarantine or lockdown, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
The summer of 2020.
Yeah, right. Let's just leave it at that, please.
Yeah, we were bored, so we're just like, let's start a podcast. Because Cody's been wanting to start one forever. I'm like, I'm too busy on time. So right before we got locked down, me and him went to Guitar Center and just bought equipment. Right?
All right, I love it.
This wasn't our original mixer. We had one way shittier than this.
Yeah.
So we bought equipment, we started it, and then we're like, what are we going to call this show? And then finally we're just sitting there watching Seinfeld, and I'm like, dude, David Puddy's the best character.
Buddy
he has
great.
a line in there where he wears a leather jacket with the 8-ball in the back. He's like,
it's like
question?
5 different leather colors.
Your question has the 8-ball. So like, that's a great name. We'll call it that because our show's really about nothing.
Yeah. So I got him for Christmas that year. I got him the same exact jacket.
Yeah, still in my closet.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever worn it. But
yeah, that's nice.
I have. Okay, well, let's go into the Blitz now.
Talk to me.
Hot, hike!
It's a blitz. It's a blitz. It's a blitz. Yeah, it's a blitz. Let's go!
So the Blitz is going to ask you 5 to 7 questions, rapid fire.
Uh-oh.
And then he'll ask me those same questions after that.
I got 6 questions
Compare
this
answers. 6 questions. All right.
Okay.
6 questions. Rapid fire. I'll ask you all the questions. Then we'll ask Cody all the questions.
And then he gets to think about his answers. And
then we compare
answers. Yeah, I get an advantage.
Well,
even though I've
never,
only won once.
Yeah, so he's won once maybe.
Oh, wow. This is a competition. Stand by.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Is this trivia?
It's not music trivia, because I will not win out.
All right.
Question 1. Name one pro athlete or celebrity you'll defend no matter what until the day you die.
Derek Jeter.
I love it. Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what is the cousin Eddie?
The cousin Eddie?
Yeah.
Oh, I should know this answer.
According to Urban Dictionary.
The cousin Eddie?
Yep.
Oh, Christ. I don't know. The cousin Eddie. I could see the answer. It's right there, but I can't. It's not coming out. What is it?
Well,
no.
That's what we'll find out. We'll find out. All right, we'll move on. Cody, you might get a point.
Yeah.
You're in luck here. You might get a point right now.
He's busy thinking about that. Go ahead. I'm supposed to guess what that is, right?
Yep. And any answer could be right. You never know. This is the only one with a definitive answer. But it'll be closest to the definitive answer. We'll get the point.
Okay.
Okay, question 3, though. We'll move on from that one. Greatest song ever made.
Oh, that's impossible. You can't answer that question.
I think there's one answer, but I could be wrong.
It's definitely one about him.
No, not about me.
The greatest song ever written?
Yeah, gun to your head. Say, pick a song. It's better be a banger or you're done.
Oh.
Greatest song ever made.
You know what business I spent 24 years in, right?
That's why I asked
By the way,
question.
you know something? There are more stiffs that you will hear than hits that you will hear. Do you understand that? You'll hear more bad music than you will good music.
100%. That's why this is an important question. All of your years.
Is this my personal opinion?
Your personal opinion on greatest song ever made. Not what was the biggest hit.
I'll throw one. 41 Dave Matthews Band.
41 Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, went to 27 shows. Met him a couple times. Meeting Carter, that was cool. Carter Boyfriend, that was the real deal.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Question 4. You can answer this or take the question however you want it. The question is Ryan Seacrest, Carson Daly, or Elvis Duran? That's the question.
That's a lock.
That's the question.
Elvis Duran.
Okay.
He's the man. Seacrest, he's good. Carson, they're all really all extremely talented. Elvis and I we're tight. He's the man.
Question 11, or no, not 11. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
Yeah,
Question
You get
5.
6 and you skip to 11.
Question
okay.
5. Well,
7,
because I
11.
have them labeled different on my
Yeah.
phone. Question 5. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, what is your go-to move?
I play this with my daughter a lot.
Or Rochambeau, some call it.
Yeah, Rochambeau. I rock. I'm going to go with rock.
Rock? Okay.
Yeah.
And then other than NSYNC, because we covered this a little bit ago, the coolest / biggest celeb you've ever met.
It's like, it's like an Eric Allball. It's like I'd miss one. It's like I said Eric Allball. I said
That's my stage.
Anyway, so it's like the coolest one that I've ever met.
That's just a personal opinion.
No, I know, but it's like, I've had dinner with Rob Thomas. That was awesome, right?
Yeah.
But I've also met Billy Joel, and meeting Gwen Stefani. That was kind of a big deal. Ed Sheeran is. Gingers, bro. You got to stick together, right?
Right.
But and I've met Ed a couple times, and he's an absolute. I met John Mayer 5 times. No 2 times are the same.
Right.
So, you. The answer is you.
That's
a great
not
answer.
even fair.
That's a great
God damn.
answer.
All right, I just
Cody,
lost the
take
blitz.
notes. Take notes on that great
Just
answer.
lost the blitz.
That was your blitz. Cody, your turn.
I already blew up for question number 3. I need to get a point somehow.
Do you want another shot at the cousin Eddie? Or
The
you want
cousin. It's probably something. It's probably something dirty. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just.
Cody, pressure's on.
This is the unhipness of me flying out. I'm sorry.
Cody, question 1. Name one pro athlete or celebrity you'll defend no matter what until the day you die.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
All right.
Good
answer.
Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what is the cousin Eddie?
The cousin Eddie is when you get like a preppy kid that has like a sweater vest on, and he's got that slick back haircut.
Okay.
That's cousin Eddie.
Wow.
Okay.
Another good answer. I'd give him that.
Question 3. Well, it depends if it's going to be close to the actual
Okay.
definition.
Oh, here we go.
Question 3. Greatest song ever made.
I was originally going to say like something just way off the wall like Hound Dog by Elvis, but first thing that came to mind, honestly, was Lucky by Britney Spears.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Lucky?
By
Yeah.
BS.
By BS.
I don't know. Is that a hit?
I don't.
Oh, there's a B-side. All right. I love it.
Yeah, I don't even.
I love it. Okay.
I just remember watching. I thought she was cute back in the day.
You were
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think.
All right, Cody, answer this however you want. Take the question however you want, I should say. Ryan Seacrest, Carson Daly, or Elvis Duran?
I'm going to say Carson Daly because I remember coming home from school every day at like 3 or 4 when I was in middle school.
Yep.
And they had TRL with Carson Daly on.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to say Carson Daly.
I thought he was going to say that, he'd go out drinking. Remember when Carson Daly did the late night show?
Oh, yeah.
He was like
Late
late
show.
show. He's like,
Daly, yeah.
I'm coming home from
I was a
bars.
good kid.
I'm not done ready to go to bed. And there's Carson Daly.
I was home in bed by then.
Interviewing D-list celebs.
Yeah, and he by the way, but he interviewed a lot of cool people, and he's very musical inclined
People that
too.
are cool now he interviewed. He was like,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right. Next question, Cody. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, what is your go-to move?
I would say, in this order, rock, scissors, paper.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
'Cause
And
paper starts with a P, and so does that other word.
fair. Last question, Cody. Question 6. The coolest and biggest celeb you've ever met.
I don't know about the coolest one would definitely be Bill Murray.
Okay.
I would say Peyton Manning might be the biggest though.
Wow. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet
well,
Bill?
because
So
we'll
me
go through and compare answers.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll get there.
stand by.
We'll,
Okay.
We'll get there. All right. Blitz is over, fellas. Let's see who wins.
right.
Question
God.
1.
Here we go.
One pro athlete or celebrity you'll defend no matter what until the day you die. You said Michael Jordan. You said Derek Jeter. Michael Jordan, the second best basketball player of all time. Derek Jeter, the best baseball player of all time.
No.
We'll go with Derek Jeter.
Time out. Who does he think went in front of Jordan?
He's
'Cause
gonna say
wrong.
LeBron.
Oh.
No,
He's gonna say Kobe.
Kobe.
Well, listen, mad respect to Kobe.
I love Kobe.
Yes.
Until
You know,
LeBron
I've
went there,
I've learned a lot from that guy. I mean, Kobe's I love his lifestyle, his work ethic is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think you need to go generational on that because
Yeah, honestly,
Yes.
it's a hard question to answer
It
because can LeBron play in Jordan's era? Can
I don't
Jordan
ever
play
wanna
in
talk about
LeBron's
that.
Era?
No,
Can people play with
that's
Bill
Magoo.
Russell?
And-
Can Kareem
yeah.
by the
play
way,
in this era?
you did
There's
watch
so many,
you did watch The Last Dance, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
it was hockey
Back
on
then.
a basketball
Oh, yeah.
on a basketball court.
yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, to think about going to Detroit and you're like,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
on.
You're getting
I mean,
tackled.
yeah.
They hit harder on Jordan in that era than they hit in the NFL right now.
especially a quarterback.
That's why Steph Curry shoots half-court shots now.
Right?
But it's so unbelievable to think how nasty it was.
Oh, and Bill Lambert loved it. I love hearing Bill Lambert's part of it because he's just like, we were out there just to hurt Lambier. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah,
we were out there to hurt him. We were out there to put out
Which,
there to hurt him.
what a that's it. I mean,
Love it.
it's basketball.
Yeah, I
love it.
You have that mindset. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I'm derailing your bit
Derek,
here.
Derek Jeter, better answer.
So I want to say this. I hate the Yankees as a team, but I love like Derek Jeter. I love Babe Ruth. I love
You can
I
take- you
love
can take Babe
Mantle.
like a lot of their players I really like. Mickey Mantle, all those guys. I love those guys, but I just hate the
A-Rod.
Yankees. I don't like A-Rod.
Well,
He
he messed up with J-Lo, so he's on the show.
Yeah.
Twice.
Oh, I met J-Lo. She was a sweetheart.
That should have been your answer. You would have won the point for
Oh,
sure
you-
if you would have said J-Lo.
That's his number one celebrity of all
We'll
time.
pretend that's your
Really?
answer. Yeah.
Dude, we hung out with J-Lo. I'll tell you about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
Please. We'll go an extra
She
time.
was darling.
he's gonna
By the
have
way,
to
she
question-
doesn't. She her,
You're down 1-0.
She's got an unbelievable ass. It's not.
So a lot of assets. Personality's great.
oh,
you know, yeah.
mad ass.
No, I still to this day will say that Shakira did a better job at the Super Bowl than J-Lo did.
Okay, you're cut off.
She looks
Mike
so
down.
good. Oh,
Now wait a minute. Looks so good.
she
Did a
looks so
better
good.
job.
She danced better.
Guys, let me tell you something. Super Bowl, Schmooper Bowl. All right. The other my favorite Super Bowl story when it comes to musical acts, Maroon 5. Well, I was talking to a couple friends of mine. You know Emery Songer and Alex Mack. You know Alex Mack used to work at Alt
Oh,
back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah,
Yeah. So I told him like, what song are they going to come out with? And I told him I go, it's going to be Harder to Breathe. Maroon 5. You don't know that record, but it was a freaking banger. It was a great song. Anyway,
Hard to breathe.
Shakira. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, she looks so good.
Super Bowl performances next.
Question 2. Cody down with nothing.
This isn't question 3.
Yes, he's
No,
at 3.
question 2, because that was the pro athlete or celeb one. Question 2, Urban Dictionary. What is the cousin Eddie? You said something dirty.
Yeah, I said, yeah.
Cody, you said a guy with a
preppy like frat boy with a sweater vest and hair
And
just like
she's
that.
back
Now,
there.
this is hard to decide which answer is closer because the answer, according to Urban Dictionary, is it's a code name for marijuana commonly used by teenagers that smoke weed. Used in the sentence, Max, close your mouth and let's go hang out with cousin Eddie.
So it's not really dirty.
It's not dirty.
That's what I'm saying. So it's tough to see which one's closer.
Call
it a wash.
Although
I think,
maybe
I think it's a preppy code word for, so I should win that.
well, yeah. I would say maybe that preppy kid wants to
Okay, do it.
go have a blunt.
Chance to give me a point, I'll give you the
but
point.
no, I'm not giving the point.
Oh, yeah. Nope,
No
it's
shot
a
in
wash.
hell. It's 0.5.
1.5 to 0.5.
This game is bullshit.
1.5, 0.5.
There we go.
All right.
Sure game.
Question 3, greatest song ever made. Cody, you said Lucky by Britney Spears. You could have had a lot of answers and probably beat his answer because I hate Dave Matthews Band,
Yeah.
and it's a biased question. But that's not a good song.
It was.
I mean-
it was the first thing that popped into mind just because we were talking about it. I was really originally trying to think. It's like, oh, Elvis would have been like a weird one, but like Eminem. popped
What's
in my
honestly
head.
your
Sure.
favorite song?
My favorite song of all time?
Yeah, greatest song ever made. Your favorite song?
Hallelujah.
That's a great record.
Yeah.
And whose version? I mean, there right?
Yeah,
There's a
lot
million
good
of them.
versions. So it used to always be, what was it, James Wright or something like that? I think his name. But then the country guy Brett
Eldridge.
Eldridge came out with a version that I absolutely loved.
So yeah, I mean, I could say off of 5150 "Summer Nights" from Van Halen.
Also,
That song's
what-
an unbelievable
I'll
hit.
go with-
Kansas.
I like that because I love Van Halen.
Dust in the Wind.
No.
Here's what we're gonna do because I don't like either of your answers.
Yeah, but I don't
fair.
disagree with you, but I
So
don't like the
we're gonna go
question.
0.5,
You know what you
0.5
should
on
do?
this, because-
Next time you do this, you should let us cheat on that test just a little bit so we can hammer through it. And let's give you like top 3. Not that I'm trying to tell you how to run
Okay,
your own
do it.
business.
Here's how I do it. Here's how I do it. To split up the tiebreak on this because I'll tell you my answer after this. Top 3.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if you think about it, there are so. I mean, Kashmir is a freaking jam. I mean,
Excellent
and
song.
not to mention, yeah.
And P.
you
Diddy
can-
redid it.
By the way, I have an iPod. Remember those things? 2007. It's a video iPod, and you're looking at me like, gosh, he came in here with a
had a
walker,
Nano.
right? Yeah, he did. So, I mean,
That was tough.
there are
yeah.
25,000 records on that thing.
At least you didn't have a Zune.
I don't know what that is.
It was like
Microsoft.
It was like a poor people's.
Oh, no.
iPod.
That's a no square. But anyway, I mean, there's so many records. You can't get through them all, but it's like, I mean, dude, Neo, I mean, where do you want to go? There's so many.
My second favorite song of all time is "Carry On My Wayward Son."
Okay.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
What's
my
your
answer.
answer?
We'll go
Yeah, I
ahead.
wanna
We're
know.
gonna call this a squash again. So another
squash?
0.5. So it's 2-1. Right now. The correct answer was "Careless Whisper" by George Michael. Obviously the correct answer. He's never
Oh
gonna
my
dance
gosh.
again. Actually, because he's dead too. He's never gonna dance again.
God, love him.
Greatest song ever made.
But no, you know
Careless
something?
Whisper, George Michael.
Father, George Michael had a song called Father.
Yeah, just Father. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a banger. What else? I mean,
Anything by Kenny G.
Cody, if you were smart, because you know this.
not a
about
lot
me.
of lyrics in those songs.
No.
You know this about me. If you're smart,
But
you
he
would
can blow.
have named any Foo Fighters song.
True.
Yeah, see, that's. I mean, there's.
Because like I said, these are opinionated questions.
Yeah,
'Cause
very
Foo
true.
Fighters, the greatest band of all time.
Neon from John Mayer, unbelievable. Lyrically
I do
sound.
like John Mayer.
I mean, see, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you got to get in the dirt.
Yeah.
And the lyrics is in the dirt. I mean, Michael Tenpenny,
I don't know, Mike.
"Truth About You."
I don't know.
It's a country record. You like country music?
Yeah, I love country music.
Can I
See,
tell you
I
this
know.
though? There is one
That's
song.
a banger.
I
You know
have
the
a
song? "Truth
Yeah.
About You."
Yeah. I don't know like word for word, but I know.
Well,
the
I
song.
mean, if you read the lyrics, of course you're guys. That's the thing. That's not a problem. But dudes don't listen to lyrics.
Yeah, lyrics is a female
That's.
trait.
I mean,
Yeah.
so when we would program the station, I'm like every time a record rep, I'm like, give me the lyrics. I want to know what they're hearing, right?
Yeah.
Dudes, we listen to beats.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the best beat
Yeah.
in a record.
Right.
Queen's "We Will Rock You." There's a good beat.
Queen, excellent band.
Anyway, but that's also a great record.
That's fair.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Next question. Ryan Seacrest, Carson Daly, Elvis Duran. You said Carson Daly.
Yeah.
You said Elvis Duran.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest was my answer. Elvis Duran was number 2. Carson Daly 3. And
Why
I'll tell
do
you
you say
Elvis-
Ryan Seacrest?
Ryan Seacrest would have been second.
Ryan
for me.
Seacrest, I love Ryan Seacrest. I think he's the most talented individual,
By the way,
host-wise, everything-wise.
you
there
are
is.
not wrong. I mean, that guy,
That guy, he's
is
so good at
more
everything he does.
locked in than. I mean, it's unbelievable how locked in that cat is. But here's the thing, though: those 3 guys aren't the same 3 guys at all.
No, not at all. Well, I was just thinking of guys that I just threw out radio
Duran,
guys, host
Duran,
guys.
hands down, morning show.
Elvis
Forget
Duran,
about it.
I met at Ohana. He was with you.
That's right.
Tiff,
Oh,
Tiff
gosh.
was starstruck and couldn't speak actual sentences. So
This was recently.
This was
It was.
5
It was.
years ago,
No, it was 4
years ago.
It was
About 4 years
5. It
ago.
was 20. It was
Yeah,
2018. I
Elvis
believe it
Duran
was.
five.
Like
20.
It was
2019.
20.
That's probably it was the
Was
same
it
fair time, like
2019?
2019 or 2018.
It was 19. Yeah, because he always came in the odd years.
Yeah.
We started in 2009 and 10. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it's 2019.
But no, I mean, but that guy hands down is the sweetest person
Fantastic.
you've ever met. I mean, and yeah, I mean, I love him to death. I, mean,
I don't listen to a lot of FM radio really anymore, but I will tune into Elvis Duran in the morning because I think his show's super entertaining.
It is.
Yeah. And Carson
That-
Daly.
that-
I mean,
their
I grew
whole
up on-
show is awesome.
I grew up on Carson Daly. He was great on
I guess,
TRL.
yeah.
But
I would say
think
I would say
these
Carson
two-
Daly, Ryan Seacrest, and then Elvis Duran.
So
But yeah,
Cody,
but Carson does a good job on the voice. But yeah, Seacrest is just forget about it. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
how good that cat is. I mean, it's
That's why
Kelly and
Bruno
Ryan,
Mars.
excellent show.
Hate Bruno Mars, but he's good at everything he puts out is good. I'm like,
Bruno
God
Mars
damn.
is, I'll tell you what, Bruno Mars is one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my
yeah.
life.
Really?
By the way,
Saw him in St. Paul, and Uncle
I
Charlie
don't
Wilson
doubt
opened
it.
for
I
him.
don't
I
doubt
saw-
it. He was
I
great
saw-
at everything.
And he was,
yeah, no, he's legit ridiculous. Saw him in Kansas City,
yeah, one of the easily top 3 best concerts I've ever been to.
I wouldn't doubt it. I just like.
and
God,
that guy's
I wanna
a
hate him.
performer. Oh yeah, he's solid.
Cody, you're down 3-1. In the game of rock, paper, scissors, what's your go-to move? You guys both said rock. Another tie.
Yeah, I like rock and
3.5
show,
to 1.5.
but yeah, I don't do paper.
No.
You want to beat me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One question left. Coolest and biggest celeb you ever met. You said the coolest was,
Bill Murray.
which I was with you when we met
Dude,
him.
that
Yeah.
is very
Bill Murray was
cool.
awesome. We met him 1908 downtown, and when they were here for
So
basketball.
we
like
were
3
trying to
years
get
ago.
into
you-
1908. We were waiting in the entryway, and Bill walks up with his grandson. And
No, he was
son
standing in
of-
front of us. They got there before us. And he was just standing there. They're waiting.
Was he?
Yeah, they were trying to get a table or whatever, but the servers didn't know who the fuck he was.
Of course not.
And so we're standing there like, holy shit.
Chive
what's
much?
up, Bill
I'm
Murray?
like, Bill Murray. I go, Marshall. That's Bill Murray. That's Bill Murray.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, he goes say something to him. I go, hi, Bill.
Yeah, we asked
Like,
him,
all
hey,
nervous,
man,
like,
and we're like,
He's
we-
the coolest man.
Oh,
yeah,
he's-
he was super nice. And we're like, hey, can we get a picture? He's like, honestly, no, just because I'm with my family. And if I take a picture with you guys, then everyone's going to take a
He's
picture.
like, I'm just trying to get food for my,
Yep.
my
And I
grandson.
said,
or
I get
whatever.
that,
I'm like,
man. But it's nice meeting you. Because
And I
his brother
literally-
coached for Louisville?
Louisville.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
Oh, okay.
So I
So
was,
he was
gonna, I was
in
gonna
town
take a
for
picture,
the
but I'm like, he
NCAA
said he
tournament.
was so polite and so nice. I don't want to be that douchebag. Just like, I'm taking a picture anyways.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's why they go to New York, because people respect them.
Yeah.
It's really kind of interesting. There's just a little bit like, if they allow you to do something, okay, great. If not, then don't.
Yeah, but he was super nice. And he
I
said,
bet.
He goes, hey, what's your name? I go, Cody. He goes, nice to meet you, man. What are you guys doing here? We're from here, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
he's like, all right, well, great to meet you guys. See
Yeah.
you next time or something like that. And then they went and got in their SUV and
That's awesome.
And
That's
then
awesome.
You said the biggest celeb you ever met was
probably
Peyton Manning.
Probably Peyton Manning
When did you meet
That's a good
Peyton?
one.
in high school. So I grew up just south of TRV.
Okay.
So Dallas was just getting into the league with Peyton.
So I'm saying, you say TRV. Help me out with that.
Twin River Valley, Livermore, Bode, where he lives now.
Okay.
And he used to work on the farm for the girl I was dating at the time, her dad.
Okay.
And he came back and was having dinner with them. She said, hey, do you want to have dinner with me and my dad, meet Dallas? Like, I met Dallas a dozen times because he was over at Iowa Central and all that. And he was
You
brother,
you said Dallas?
Dallas
Dallas
Clark.
Clark.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you was
You
first
got-
naming him. Like,
you got to
we're both-
you got to
me and
frame
my
this
boy-
up.
Sorry.
Now
my
we
boy
know.
Dallas. DC.
I figured.
His brother Dan.
DC.
I figured you were talking about Dallas Clark, but I
yeah,
don't.
His
what
brother
was-
Dan Clark
Yeah.
Okay.
coached at Iowa Central for a lot of years.
Nice.
And I knew him from going to camps there and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Cool.
And I'd met Dallas because he played, like, our schools were rival high schools kind of thing.
Awesome.
And
He's the man. Go
Actually,
Hawks.
and she said, well, he's bringing one of his friends to dinner. You should come. I'm like, okay.
One of his friends.
Yeah. And it
Was that when Peyton was in town doing it?
I never met him, so I don't know.
No, this was back when I was in high school. So this would
Okay.
have been.
Yeah.
Peyton did a function here for.
Yeah.
They did a event. My grandpa met him up at Bode Livermore, where Dallas lives now. They did
Okay.
a golf tournament.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I don't
Nice.
know if it was really a pro-am, but my grandpa met him, and he was there, like, shaking hands with everybody. But
So he was cool, down to earth.
he was probably the most intelligent guy I ever met, like, super nice. I was just, like, starstruck. And then I started asking, like, I'm going to quiz him. I'm going to get this guy.
Oh, here we go.
And he was, like, explaining, breaking it down that even my dumbass could understand. Like, like, it was so unbelievable.
So this is how fast I am. I got late to the Peyton and Eli broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
How do you watch it any other way?
Yeah, like if you're watching it at home, that's the way to watch
That's
it.
Yeah.
exactly right.
It's the best way to
But I
watch
mean,
it. It's so good.
it is so clever. And I like the guest
Yeah, they do something
aspect.
because Monday Night Football games are 80% of the time not that great at games, and they're like, do it.
Yeah.
Last
So
night's
easy.
game sucked. Honestly, the game sucked. I don't care about the outcome. The
Right.
game was
Yeah,
boring.
I mean, it
It
wasn't.
was-
yeah,
you're
it
right.
wasn't a back and forth. So
It wasn't
yeah,
a fun
and they had
game.
Manicast last night.
They did a Manicast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was I watched a little bit.
Right.
But your answer for coolest and biggest celeb was
I said Gwen. I threw Gwen in there.
Yeah.
Then in my late number was J-Lo, and you like that
Yep.
piece.
There we go.
Yeah.
Winner. 25 points for that last answer. Cody,
Yeah, but you
lost.
didn't get to meet J-Lo.
This is hilarious.
He did.
Why
So-
did you set him up? Why didn't he set up a meeting? I hooked you up with meeting.
I now know how to win the blitz.
I was
Just
with
figure
you
out
when
what
you-
Eric likes
Yeah,
and
yes.
get in that room.
That's all you got to
We've
do.
been almost
Good to
100
go.
episodes, and I've only figured it out once.
Can I tell you this? Since I didn't get me J-Lo,
Listen, that was in Kansas City.
yeah.
And the funny part about Lisa and actually, we dressed up for the show. We're literally like J-Lo's at the light. We're right here. I mean, the whole. And after the show, so we're kind of dressed up. And what do I always tell you, meet and greets? Stay to the back, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a problem when you stay to the back. Sometimes the back becomes the front.
Yeah.
So Lisa and I are first in the meet and greet. So we go up and say hello, blah, 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 blah. And then when we're done, we don't leave because we look, I mean, literally, we're not like in suit and a dress, but we're, you know.
We're in the suit or the dress.
I was, yeah. This guy. So, no, but we're not wearing that high, but I mean, we're not in concert gear, right? So, anyway, so we're just kind of hanging out. We just stick around, and the gentleman we're with, he's like, Chester's like, just hang tight. And sure enough, when it was all said and done, we sat there and talked to her for probably 10 minutes.
So is that why
Talked
you hang
about
to
the
the back?
twins.
Is like she like gets through everybody
Yeah.
and then she hangs around with the last
Stick to the
people
back, and because it depends on what it is. And trust me, it's been a minute since I've been in one. But usually,
Has it ever backfired and they're like, they got like so many people are there, they got to leave and you don't get to meet them at all?
you know, here's another one. Usher.
Usher would be cool.
So, I mean, he now Usher was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
This was like early on, B. We're talking to like 2000, 99, 2002, right around Yeah, My Boo.
Yeah.
All those records are off,
Yeah.
right? Just, I mean, we got 9 million sold or whatever. But we're in the meet and greet. It's taken forever. And we get up, Lisa and I get up to him. I'm like, Usher, this is my girlfriend. Lisa and whatever. We start talking, and he's like, so how are things going? Good. And he's like, how are the records? And I just went through them. I said, this is in a B rotation. I'm probably about another 4 or 5 weeks. We'll move it to power. And you know, and one of his handlers come over and he goes, okay, guys, it's time for you to go. And he looks at him and he goes, no, it's not. They can stay.
Usher did?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's the thing about Usher. He minds his business. He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows when you're playing spins, and it speaks to him. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. And that's, you know, you got to be in that game. So.
Yeah, he, especially like in the early 2000s. I liked Usher and Neo and all those guys. I was listening to that kind of music.
Before we go into our actual commercials, sponsors,
Here we go.
I'll tell you this. My favorite celeb I ever met, not even a big name, but the coolest guy, and I met him at the radio station. He did a little Live in the Lounge concert.
Yeah.
Ryan Cabrera.
Yeah. That was a fun one, wasn't it?
Honestly, the most down-to-earth, coolest dude there was. He's now married to Alexa Bliss, who's in WWE.
Yeah.
By the way,
But-
do you remember that night?
Yeah, he was.
I mean, dude, that was the first lounge we ever did.
Yeah.
We did it live on the radio. I mean, that was a lot of fun. Waz cut some of his hair. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And they
Yeah,
saved
that
it
was
in a
awesome.
baggie, and everyone was in the lounge just flipped out. It
Dude,
was
he
so
was just
funny.
like a down-to-earth. Like, he's a
Real
California,
dude.
California boy, but
Real
he was
dude.
so down-to-earth.
Yeah.
dude.
Really?
Like, he was just excited. He's like, oh, thanks. He was dating Ashley Simpson at the time,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And he was just, he had the song On the Way Down. Like,
Yeah, it was
really,
a banger.
only, like,
it was a good
big
record.
hit he had. But
You know, we went to
super
dinner
cool
that
guy.
night.
I didn't go to dinner with you guys, but
We went to Ohana,
oh yeah,
and
that makes sense.
And he was with 2 other guys, and they ate every single dessert after eating on Ohana. I mean,
That's a lot.
one meal, is
I
half a
can't
meal. It's
finish
full enough. No.
Ohana every
And
once
then they're
a
like, they ate every dessert. He didn't make it out of there without letting it go. So
And then the biggest celeb I met was with Steve Woz. We went to we were at
Steve
Bedside,
Wozniak?
who's friends with The Miz.
Yeah.
They grew up in Parma, Ohio together. We were at
was it?
Betts Auditorium,
Yeah.
and they had WWE there, and we got to meet John Cena.
Oh, were you with Josh?
No, it was me and Woz. This was,
Oh, okay. Oh, you were with Woz. Okay.
Yeah, it was me and Woz. We met
'Cause
John
Josh
Cena
is into
because he
that.
sent me this photo like 2 years ago, and I kind of forgot about it. I was like, I remember meeting John Cena, but I was like, I wish I would have got a photo.
That's
and
too
then Woz
funny.
sent me the photo like 2 years ago, and I'm
Did
like,
you just sit there and bawl? Did you cry? Did you cry for a little bit? Just sad.
what? Yeah,
There he
I was
is.
pretty
I've seen
excited.
That is cool.
Yeah, so that was awesome. But let's roll into our sponsors. So we'll come back and we'll do more. Lola's, you've had it.
Oh.
You're a hot sauce guy.
I am a hot sauce guy. I don't know if I have.
So we've got
Well, this is a good time to get you turned on to
the
them.
originals right here. We've got
They have so many products now.
some nuts.
What are you, nuts? All right. Oh, ghost pepper
Ghost pepper.
peanuts.
Yeah, so
Copy.
they're
okay.
they're inside
Got some
every
spicy
Hy-Vee.
mayo,
They're
little
teamed up with
Bebops.
Bebops.
Oh.
They got a spicy mayo
Copy.
Bebops plus it's
Yeah.
sold in Hy-Vees now.
All right.
This is a
Are
new
these
one we
are
got
these
today.
parting gifts? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is a
You
new one we
can
got
take
today. I
whatever you
haven't
like.
tried it yet. I want to try
Absolutely.
this, but mango ginger Scotch
You
pudding.
had me a ginger.
So all their products are inside Hy-Vees. They're partnered up with Casey's and Come and Go, so they have products inside
And
both.
Lowe's.
Do they ever?
They're inside Lowe's.
Do they
so-
ever sing the song? LOLA. I mean, we should really think about putting that into the commercial.
We'll pitch that to Tafik.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
See what he says.
What are the other two?
Got some
Salsa and
salsa. Yep.
They have salsas. They have a margarita mix. They have a Bloody Mary mix.
Do they
Got
nice.
little cookies now too.
Yep. So they're everywhere.
You had me at Lola.
All across the country.
Yep.
They're in other countries. Also, if you don't want to go to a store for whatever reason because you're lazy,
Like
don't
us.
like people, you
Wow.
can go lolasfinehotsauce.com. Use promo code AskTheEightBall, 10% off your purchase.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Also, big thanks to the Irish in West Glen for having us. Beautiful, fun bar. Weekends they have DJs. They got a smoker's patio if you're into cigars.
Like some good cigars.
I'd love to have a cigar out there.
Yeah, they got everything out there. They got full bar out there too. They got golden tea. They got the shuffleboard.
They have bands
Yeah,
because I found a guitar pick.
that's true.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
bands here too. All kinds of stuff. Check them out in West Glen and West Des Moines. And here's a quick word from both sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, a generational family recipe using the world's hottest peppers for great flavor. They're vegan, non-GMO project verified, kosher, and all natural. Find them online at lolasfinehotsauce.com. Use promo code AskTheEightBall for 10% off your purchase.
Because he's also on Boy Meets World too.
Oh, well.
For a season or two. Or
Sold,
episode two.
sold there. Yeah,
Stop the
sold.
presses.
Biggest celebrity I ever met, Eric from Boy Meets World.
I did meet Eric. I was probably the happiest I ever was. I couldn't stop smiling for like 4 hours.
Oh, man.
I'm the,
It's so funny.
with giant
Welcome
boys
back, guys. Thanks to our sponsors, Lola's, the world's best hot sauce.
LOLA.
And the world's best spicy mayo, because every time I go to Bebop's, I get that on the side. I dip my fries in it.
Dude,
Fantastic.
spicy mayo. You had me at spicy mayo.
Oh, it's
yeah.
fantastic.
That sounds tasty.
You can have the bottle if you want it.
I'd
That'll
love
be
it.
Our gift to you.
Is that a parting gift?
That's
I
a
love
parting
it.
gift.
That's what I'd like.
Your payment for coming on. Yeah.
Oh,
You
don't
get
worry, you'll get that bill.
Yeah.
That invoice is coming.
Yeah, as long as it's like just never gotta pay it, no interest accruing, we'll be good.
Yeah. We'll treat it like a speed camera
Yeah.
bill. We just won't pay it.
Hey, I'll treat it like my Babe Ruth card. I'll just never get rid of it.
There you go. Perfect.
Put it in the plastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, put it in.
Also, big thank you to the Irish in West Glen for having us. Beautiful, beautiful, also fun, and
Yeah.
fantastic whiskey selection.
Great venue
also.
if you want to rent it out. Like holiday events, things like that.
Yeah,
Like that.
whatever you need. We had our holiday party here once.
I bet you they make a mean Manhattan here, or old fashioned.
Fantastic drinks.
Yes.
You know who makes the best old fashioned in town?
This
Cody
guy.
King.
Oh no.
Cody King read it on Yelp just 2
Stand
days
by.
ago.
Stand by. How do you roll it?
Can't tell you my secret.
Really?
Ooh, I like it.
Secret
Nah,
recipe.
Come on.
Secret
It's-
family
All right.
recipe. It's a King family recipe.
Seriously.
Handed down generations from Kentucky.
By the way, I'm sorry. I did
I
not
know-
bring my boots. The
I
shit
know
is getting
what-
thick in here.
Yeah,
I don't
know
have
what-
my boots on.
Look, I know what ingredients we have available at Wellman's Ingersoll, so I know what you probably put in it.
Yeah. Note to self. My old fashioned game it's young.
I was slow and I got creative with that one. So that one's a little different than what I normally make.
Okay.
So
Do you go so far to peel the orange rind in it? Throw it in there?
I didn't for that one, no.
Bad job out of you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. What about you don't mush the cherry, do you?
That one I believe I did.
That's a no square also. So
That's
The
best
no-no
song
square.
ever.
The
No, don't touch me there. That is my no square.
greatest song ever made. You
Greatest
should have
song
said
ever
that, Cody. You could have
Greatest
got
song
another
ever
point.
played.
You could have got another point on the
Oh
blitz.
my God,
Damn
you know what's so funny? I got to be careful about who I say that to because, I mean, my 13-year-old, right? He came home singing that song. I'm like, what the hell are you saying right now?
a funny
I'm like,
song.
It's a new
slow
Ryan
it down.
Cabrera record. It's fine.
Yeah,
I go,
yeah.
can you slow that thing down? I want to know exactly what you're saying. And I'm like, and of course, my daughter starts laughing because, I mean, it's technically sound as far as they use it for a particular person
Yeah.
or purpose, but it's just like problem is I pick up on the part I'm like I say all the time like, oh, that's a no square.
Yeah.
But no, so I mean I don't mush the cherry but I like to orange rind it in it, but then obviously
Put the orange rind in it,
cube
but
is
yeah.
square,
What's that?
cube square,
No, we don't have those.
No, it's right
square
on.
cube, and then bitters, smash it into there.
Yeah. If I was gonna make
Wood
it-
Reserve, Woodford.
Woodford's good, yeah.
Basil Hayden.
I honestly don't remember the customer, so I'm just gonna guess that I put Templeton in there.
I like
but-
Four Roses. Four Roses is good.
Okay, so last but not
Woodford's
least,
good
and
too.
I'll leave you alone. You do use ass square rock, correct?
We don't have those at
No,
Ingersoll.
it's just because we don't. No.
If I- if
Okay,
we
on
had it-
on Amazon, I'm going to give you a parting gift. On Amazon, just go buy the molds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have circle modes and square modes. The square modes are a lot better.
Hey, keep your receipt. I'll bill him.
Don't worry. I'll double back. I'll get it back. It's okay. But I'm just saying, seriously, that's going to impress them. But I'm telling you what, the single rock, that's the way you should roll.
If I was making it at home, I would do it differently than when but it's at a bar, and only got to go with what ingredients we have there.
Right.
I got you. No,
so let's double back here real quick. We were talking during the Blitz, and you made a couple of you used a couple of lingo that I knew what it meant. But I feel like the average person probably doesn't know what it means. You're talking about stuff with Usher, and you said his song's probably a B right now. It's going to be a power soon.
Yeah. So
what exactly does that mean for people who want to know what a B or a power is?
Well, basically, I mean, you have songs that are in categories, right? I mean, and they start out in one category and they grow from there if they're they're successful as far as that goes. So what I was talking about is like, I'll use Kiss as an example because it's easy. I mean, we have A's are powers, B's are sub power, what they call sub power. C is a power recurrent. That usually is a song that's done very well and it's starting to come down. A D is a brand new song. And then E is a recurrent and F is a gold, which basically a recurrent is. So the life of a song basically goes like this, right? It starts in. Sometimes people have a new category, but it starts in D, which is a brand new song, right? New to your. If you it starts in D and then it goes to B. B will go to A, and then A will go to C, and then C will go to E, and if it's lucky, E will go to F. So as an example, in D, you need to probably spin that in prime, probably a good 150 times before you're going to put it into B. B should be shopping anywhere between 250, 300, maybe even more now.
That spins a week.
That's a spin. No, those are total spins of a song. Total spins.
When you say spin, it's times played on the radio.
Time it's played on the radio.
I don't know if there's a time span on it.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, there's usually a time span, but it's like some records fly up the chart, right? Fly up. I mean, like some records, sometimes I think there's one or two we've thrown straight into power.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Bruno Mars a little bit ago. Just the Way You Are, that thing flew.
Yeah.
Flew. And it all depends on how the song tests, and that's, the ears and who likes it. But I mean, in power, you're going to probably spin that thing in power 1,500, 2,000 times, and then it goes to power recurrent for probably another 1,000. Or, but it's like, you talk about songs like Lifehouse, Hanging by a Moment. Mm-hmm. Couldn't get rid of it. Went all the way through, still a gold to the day, probably still tests.
I know he's talked about, if you listen to FM radio, you'll hear, you listen in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, you're going to hear the same, you might hear the same song every time you listen to it.
Right, and so
you could.
This was a thing that when I worked at the radio, people all the time were like, we always try to listen, but it's the same fucking songs all the time.
Yeah.
And that was always the biggest thing. And I tried to explain to people, and correct me if I'm wrong, I try to explain to people, it's because the mentality is when people are listening to the radio, they're punching in and out. They're not just listening for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they're punching in and out. So when they're punching in and out, you want to make sure the best songs that are out at that time are playing.
So are they punching in and out because they're changing the station?
That's definitely part of it. The other thing is, you're in the hit music business, right? You're playing hits just like Eric said. So at the end of the day, when you punch in and punch out, time spent listening, that's what they call how much time somebody's going to spend listening, right? I mean, you look at commute times in Des Moines. I mean, you got to live. I mean, I get on to Jordan Creek Parkway, right?
Yeah.
And I go down to East 6th. So that's 17 minutes.
Yeah.
But, if I want to, at 5 a.m., it's 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But at 7:30, it could be 20.
Yeah.
At 8, it could be 25. So you don't have, that's only really one, if you look at a clock, that's only one quarter hour, okay?
Yeah.
It's one 15-minute section block. So, but at the end of the day, those powers, you want to play them often, but you also want to be careful how you play them when you play them. You don't play them the exact same time day over day over day.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
So if you lived in, say, Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
would that, because the commute time is so much longer, would that affect how you play, how often you play a song?
Well, you wouldn't necessarily hear a local station. Oh, you mean from, I thought you meant driving to Chicago, sorry.
No, yeah.
He's talking about,
yeah.
you're in New York, you're in Chicago.
Yeah.
So to answer that question, it's very possible if you had a 90-minute commute, you could hear the same song twice, sure, because it's a power.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, it's probably when you want to hear because it's a power.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we weren't playing. We weren't playing sticks that.
Yeah.
But of course, here's the other thing too. You always hear the song you don't like more, and you never hear the song you love enough.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they call
Bangers
like
only.
you play this way too much because you like that. Well, which one do you like? Like we play this. It could be in the same category. You could play it the same amount of times, but it's also psychological.
For me,
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
like
fair.
I listen to something like this is an awesome song, and then 2 weeks later, I'm listening to it, dude, I fucking hate the song. It's been played a billion times.
Well, it has been played a billion times, but that's your mind
Yeah.
messing with your matter.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah. So
but
I know it's a decent amount because I listen to Colin Coward a lot. I love his show, so I listen to him. But I'll put my earbuds in. I'm at work, like doing ordering and stuff, or like driving. So I'll like get out driving, I'll put that in, or if I run into Costco or something, I'll have him in listening. The last times he's talking about the same shit each hour, and I'm like, I just fucking heard you talking about Tom Brady last hour.
Let me ask
But
you:
now I'm like-
is
but now I'm
it the
thinking, I'm
exact
like,
same content?
not the exact same, but similar topic, and I'm like, why are you
So-
doing that? I'm like, oh, because people are punching in.
Let me cheat on the test here. That's what they call recycling.
Yeah.
You recycle a bit, right? Because, yes, Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that dives in at 7 o'clock every day. Most people live by schedule, right?
Yeah.
Got to be at work at a specific time.
Yep.
Got to go. You got to pick up your kids at a specific time. This, that, and the other. I mean, there's some systematic to that, right? Well, we understand that. So then you find those pockets and you just change them up every day. But if you sit there, like you said, you're not going to necessarily listen to 3 hours of the herd, right? Or whatever, or 2 hours of the herd, whatever. But it's like, yeah, I mean, those 2 hours, they'll run those 2 hours and they'll run the exact same 2 hours right after those 2 hours. But, you're talking about 2 hour separation and the chances of you hearing the same stuff, very rare.
And I think that's, like you said, it's your mind over matter. Because I remember growing up as a kid, ESPN would play SportsCenter starting at 8 o'clock. And they'd play the exact same one at 9 and 10.
Yep.
And I loved that. I loved sports. I could memorize it, and then I would just fall asleep because I knew it was going to happen, And I feel like that's the same thing with radio.
Not necessarily because those shows were lock, stock, barreled, the exact same broadcast, right? The fun thing was at the end of it, they're like, okay, we're starting another Sports Center in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Why Sports Center? And they start and roll, right?
Yeah.
I mean, music radio is a little bit like that. There's definitely differential. I mean, we always tried to do. I use the phrase unpredictable predictability, right? You need to be as unpredictable as possible because you're already predictable.
Yeah.
They already know you're going to bang hits, but you got to do the most unpredictable things at that time, day over day. I mean, it's an unconscious subconscious. Okay. It's not something that you necessarily think hard about, but it is something that unconsciously you just feel.
Yeah.
And really, it's all about feel.
Now, is the order and all that stuff made up by the DJ, or is it made up by the station manager or
program director?
Program director. Okay.
So, now go ahead, Eric. It's fine. You elaborate on that. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll put it in common folk terms. So the program director, which would have been Greg at the time. So he's going in, he's placing his powers and spots, his B's, his goals, everything.
We call that, we'd slot our A's.
So he's basically, the DJ's not going in there and be like, I'm going to play these songs during my show, and it's going to be, like, I'm going to play a Taylor Swift song here, and then I'm going to play a Dr. Dre. No, you don't get that choice. It goes in there, and you have your slots where you can talk. So it's basically set up like, hey, you're talking here, you're talking here, you're talking here.
Right.
You have these points that you need to sell for ads. Here's your spot where you can be yourself, throw in a joke or whatever, but the songs are in there. You're not getting your own choice. You're Ryan Seacrest, you could probably say, do you have Bruno Mars, my buddy? We're throwing his new song in.
No, he can't.
No?
Maybe.
No.
I'm saying maybe.
Even his $45 million contract, he can't do that.
And that's what I'm saying. That's a big.
Because you want to know something?
Big maybe.
Because there's a PD there going, we gave you this record for a reason.
You're going to do what we say now.
No. You can do whatever you want, but if you're going to play a record, you got to play this one.
Yeah, and you're going to sell. And you're going to sell it. The DJ's job is to sell what the program director gives you to sell.
Okay.
So guess what?
Yeah.
Rob Thomas is on a comeback. He's got a new song out. Sell that shit like it's the hottest record out. Boom.
Here's
That's
the
your
thing.
job. You don't pick the music.
No, I mean, and it's kind of funny too. There was a point in time where people just thought that, somebody handed us, a bunch or a playlist or and they just put it all together for us. It's like, no. I mean, every single song we put on the radio station was done by music director, program director, and then the program director and the music director would place all those songs in a particular order for a particular reason. I mean, the interesting thing about radio is we would do all this shit, and there would be so many reasons why this goes here, that goes there, and then when it came out, it's just there was a lot of you do all this stuff and then boop, it just
You done
kind of
your
goes out there.
research
But
to figure out
yes,
what's
I mean, there's
a request line is there for research purposes, basically.
it can be, but 9 times out of 10, if you're calling a radio station to request a record, it's probably coming up.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you'll get
unless
your
you're
random person, like, can you play George Michael, Careless Whisper?
And then
The
you
answer
never
is-
hear that. Yeah.
No.
Check out our friends over at 100.3.
Yeah, no, stay on the line
till
till about 12:30 a.m. We'll get that
Well,
going.
no, but it's at that point in time, it's like, come on, you know, you're in the wrong room. So, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of the fickleness of the radio business. So,
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
there's a
Cody.
lot to it, but
Yeah, I've learned a lot today, guys.
You have.
I've learned that I should learn to manipulate the blitz better so I can win more against Marshall.
Yes, I mean that's
Look,
an easy get.
Should be easy.
Yeah, you know him pretty well
you
enough.
gotta know
Just
your
find out his
audience.
likes.
I'm
Yeah.
just too
Part
honest
of
of a
radio.
guy.
You got to know
Like,
your audience. You can't go on a rock station and talk about Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your audience.
I can
Yeah.
go anywhere and talk about Taylor Swift. Or
Well,
at least
she's-
look at her.
I'll tell you this.
She's darling.
She's
You met Taylor Swift?
3 or 4 times, yeah.
she's
And
awful.
actually spent an evening at her mother's house in Nashville.
Really?
Yeah, and we listened to the whole album.
Like her first one, or
No. This was I knew you were gonna ask me that question. I should know this answer, but it's just
second or third?
no.
Her first 3 were really
it was
good. They're
probably in
actually
20
country albums.
This was 2016.
Oh, so
so
it's
then,
like
like,
right before like a
It was the one.
1980
It was the
came
one
out.
that it was the one that
1989
she did. It was the one that she did with Ed and was it Ed and. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna give me
Well,
30
that's
seconds.
fine.
I'll give you a right
The
answer.
only
But
two I
anyway,
can think of is
I don't-
1989.
but no, we
Red or
literally
something like
it was a bunch of us on the team. We literally went there and yeah, she played the whole record in her mom's house. It
that.
was
She, like, actually played it?
no.
Oh, she played the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was some label execs there, and it was kind of funny. Her mother has a Great Dane that is the size of a small pony.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they call it Kitty.
That's awesome.
But no, I mean she's an absolute sweetheart. I mean,
See?
Like Katy Perry's cat.
Just 'cause-
Katy Perry.
oh,
Just because you like
I've met
John
Katie.
Mayer so
She's a
much.
sweetheart too.
I don't mind John Mayer. I'm not like a John Mayer stan. I just hate Taylor Swift.
Didn't they
I
date-
know
didn't
it's
Taylor
super
Swift and John
unpopular.
Mayer date?
I'm not a Taylor Swift guy.
Rumor has it. Yeah.
Rumor has it, yeah.
Yeah, I believe nothing what I hear and half of what I see.
Yeah.
It's a great chance phrase. I could write down great chances.
That's what
It's served to you 6 1/2 shell. That was another one.
That's right.
Served to you 6
Set it
and a
up
half
6 and a
shell?
half shell. That's Sammy Hagar
Is that
a little bit.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reference or
No,
what?
it was I mean, it basically
Oysters,
means-
not turtles.
yeah, when it was they had like two, like would be
Turtles
two
and a half
broadcast
shell.
bar, it'd be like 2 for 1s. But like, yeah, it's basically 6 1/2 shell.
6 and a half shell. Yeah,
So it'd be,
Interesting.
free,
Okay. All right.
right?
that'll work.
Yeah.
We're going to get like the calendar, the sayings of a day of Greg Chance for a year.
Oh,
Just
boy.
pull up a new one.
Yeah, I'll call up Waz and Cage and have
Yeah.
write down all the.
Oh boy, yes, they probably could help you out.
Yeah.
It was funny. There probably should be a Chance to English dictionary.
Chance to English.
Yeah, because like, what the hell is he saying?
That's funny.
It's like, just say, tell me like I'm a normal person.
Yeah.
Talk to me like I'm an idiot.
I just, that's boring to me. I just like to be a little different as far as
Yeah.
that goes. Too late.
Well, Cody, you got more questions?
I've got a billion more questions. We'll have to come
Well,
back and do this again sometime.
We'll ask one,
Ask one.
and then we got to wrap it up. We're at time, man.
Are we long? Sorry.
We're at time.
That's my fault.
No, it's fine.
No, you're
this
good.
has been
This is
fantastic.
fantastic. Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Katy Perry is our
Katy
cat.
Perry, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Taylor Swift. Who's more attractive?
Oh, they're both
what
hot.
A question.
They're both hot. But here's the thing:
Thought
when I met Katy Perry,
Yeah.
she comes up, she goes, "Hi, Ginger," and I was just
calls
like,
you a ginger?
she melted me. And my wife is on my 6, and I'm like, did you hear what she just said? I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, "Hi, Ginger." I'm like, "Hi, Katie. How are you?" This is my wife, Lisa. But no, Katie was.
Have you ever been starstruck by somebody you met?
Not really. I mean, the first time I met Dave was probably the worst meet and greet I've ever met. Dave is eccentric, right?
Yeah.
The reason why they're there is
Dave
because they're
Matthews.
not all there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you really need to be not all there to really be there. Because the better you're not all there, you're really good. I mean, Mayer's not all there, but like the 5 times we met him, can I tell one story?
Absolutely.
So this is probably the 4th time we met John, maybe the 3rd, whatever. We're in Omaha at what was the Quest at the time, and we're in a locker room. So there's, all the winners and, radio station people or whatever, and Mike Scheid, who works for the label, comes down, and he's like, John's on his way. And the room just seems to get tense. You kind of read these things when you've been there so long. And then I think Brady Bedard comes down, and he's like, John's going to be here any minute. He's like, so people kind of spread out, and there's like lockers everywhere. It just seems kind of odd that you're in a meet and greet in a locker room, right?
Okay.
So, and then sure enough, handler comes by, and John's the next person. He comes around the corner and he says, all right, guys, here's the deal. He smacked the locker as loud as he could with his hand. He goes, we did pretty good in the first half, but if you want to win this fucking game, we got to pick it up in the second half.
That's awesome.
That's the whole room. That's exactly what happened. The whole room just blew up. I mean, it was the most hilarious thing ever. I mean, I'm just like, and that's the thing about John. I mean, he is so freaking creative, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, he's something else, but it's just like, I mean, to him to sit there and go, just turn the corner, wham, and just like, and we're just like, oh shit, right?
Yeah.
We did all right in the first half, but if you want to win this game, we got to pick it up in the second half, all right? I mean,
that's hilarious.
I feel like we interviewed, well, you interviewed, I set it up, Nickelback. I feel like that was in the locker room at Wells Fargo.
That actually was, so I met, not Chad. Chad's brother.
It wasn't Chad. It was
his brother.
It was his brother.
And we were backstage.
Yeah, but I thought that was in a locker room. I could be wrong.
No, it was kind of in a green room made up. Okay. I mean, they do a lot. They like to pipe and drape everything, even though it could be a locker room, but they try to pipe and drape it up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean,
I feel like I met someone in the locker room, but I thought that's what it was. Nickelback doesn't deserve the hate they get. Nickelback's fantastic.
They are.
Always liked songs.
Best show, Nickelback, Puddle of Mud, Iowa State Fair.
I was just telling him last night a story about Puddle of Mud. We were driving last night, and I was telling him and our buddy Thomas were out, and I'm like, in Puddle of Mud, it was like Blurry or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
It was on, sorry to local radio. It was on Sirius XM, Channel 34.
Bad job out of you.
Yeah. I mean, it was on
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, it was
Shame
on
on you.
107.5.
Yeah. We played that record.
Yeah, and Puddle of Mud was on. And I was
got a
like,
great
oh my
story
God.
about this.
I remember when we met Puddle of Mud.
Power.
I was like,
Oh,
I was like the lead singer of Puddle of Mud. Can't remember his name. Saved my life.
They
did a show at Valor Ballroom.
That's right.
And after Valor, they came to drink.
That's right. They were. Yep.
At the time, I was like, and that guy put the name to the building because that guy can fucking drink. I was like, he did like 8 or 9 shots of Jack Daniels in the hour he was there.
Kenny Ornberg and I were there. You want to know something funny about Puddle of Mud when they first started way back in the day? They did a show at Seven Flags.
Yeah, it might have been Seven Flags.
It wasn't this time though. It wasn't this time.
Okay.
It was that time was later, because I have his name right in the front of my skull. Anyway, so it'll come to me. The record guy's like, I'm like, can I go back and meet Puddle of Mud? And he was like, fuck no. We're not meeting any CHR programmers. Did not like Top 40 at all. He's like, fuck those guys. Yeah, I want nothing to do with Top 40. It was just so funny. Over time, as Blurry started coming out and rolling, that's when the Benjamins started coming home, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny how Top 40 can increase sales like a mother.
Stone Sour was the same way when they came out.
We saw
Stone Sour. Yeah, I love Corey Taylor, but I remember at the time he was like, I don't know why I remember this, but we were there and it was through Glass, whatever.
Yeah,
had just broken the top 40.
Yeah, through a great record.
And
great
I read an interview or something where he was just like fucking pissed. He's like, I hate that these top 40 stations are playing my song.
Yeah. Yeah,
then obviously he saw that money rolling in. He's like, "Oh yeah, you guys want to pump my next song out?"
Corey's good people. He's good people,
awesome.
and he actually, I thought Through Glass is definitely a solid song.
Banger.
But yeah, it's just kind of funny how, and I get it because they know if they're going to top 40, that's a potential. They're selling out, if you will, as far as that goes. But yeah, I mean, but dude, Puddle of Mud, man, what a
awesome.
Great band. I mean, Blurry was a great, but I mean, Control is.
Oh, Control! That was what was playing. It was Control.
Dude, Control playing is the most ridiculous record ever. It's a fucking banger.
Control,
I love that song.
She hates me.
Oh yeah,
she fucking hates me.
That's right. Yeah,
I remember that.
Dude,
I actually love that song.
Yeah. So I mean, Control and Nickelback's. There's a Nickelback and Puddle of Mud have the same long line, same records, Control, but no, but yeah, But he eventually, I think we met him eventually, but I feel bad for the guy, though. I mean, the band's not together anymore, so, I mean, I hope they can work that out.
Those kind of, like, genres probably don't want that, like, that takes away from their
yeah, it takes,
whatever.
of the, if you will, the Sasha Fierce, the Fierce part of him, the fucking, dude, I'm a dude, I don't want to hang out with top 40.
Yeah.
Forget that, but I mean, top 40 makes them print.
Together, they might do all right. Like, I'll tell you this real quick before we close up. I saw Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Last year.
Oh, yeah, where?
Horizons, the old Seven Flags.
No way.
They came through town
last year?
Yeah.
Durst was here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fred Durst, DJ
How was
Lethal,
it?
the whole band. And it was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Fred Durst came out. He does, like, the dad vibes thing now. So he came out dressed like a dad. He had, like, the high knickers on. And
I love it.
The button-up bowler shirt. And he had a wig on. And he's out there. And he's just vibing with the music. Oh, it was one of the
That's awesome.
funnest concerts I've ever seen. Because I'm like, oh, like they were a band I loved when I was, in my early 20s. And I'm like, oh, Limp Bizkit's great.
Did you
And then
mosh?
They fell off and they broke up.
Of course.
And then they got back together. I'm like, I have to see them.
So Fred Durst
Awesome.
produced Puddle of Mud's song Drift and Die. Go watch the video. At the very end of the video, a friend of mine was flying the helicopter for 4 hours running film on that video. They're on the top of the tallest building in Los Angeles. They've got stacks up there. They're literally playing Drift and Die on that thing. And Aaron's like, he's flying through there. Aaron's like, you could hear the song. But Durst was they duck underneath and they do shots or whatever. And at the very, very end, that's that's a B-side.
Yeah.
That record's unbelievable. That's a B-side. There's a perfectly good hit. Not a lot of people probably, or not enough people probably heard.
So that's what it has to be being B-side. It's like a great hit. The hardcore people
Absolute
understand
smash.
it. But
Yeah, I mean,
B-sides, like when they're, so this was back, B-side came from back when they used to have cassettes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cassettes, yeah.
33s, yeah.
Flip it over.
Yeah,
B-side.
yeah.
Yeah, I had some of
The
those.
hits on the A-side.
Yeah.
I don't know why for some reason it sticks in my head that the B-side always had the better songs.
Sticks. I had Sticks on a 33.
Mr.
Yeah.
Roboto.
Yeah.
Domo Arigato.
Yeah.
Bangers.
I think it was.
Was there
Babe, I'm
anybody?
leaving.
One more question.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you never got to meet that you wish you would have got to meet? You had an opportunity, or you didn't do it?
Damn. Sure. I'd have to think about that because I'm afraid it's too. Like, okay, well, I mean, here's a fun, simple one. Had a chance to go to the Iowa State Fair to meet Dan and Shay. Probably should have. I mean,
Met them a couple times.
Yeah, they seem like a really good, cool, down to earth people. I mean,
I'm gonna say the first time I saw them, their song Tequila just came out, but they were on the free stage.
Yeah.
The song's a hit.
banger.
So they had just gotten popular, so they were 30 minutes and done, and they were like running through the meet and greet, like, cool, nice to meet you, cool, nice to meet you.
Of course.
I saw them at the grandstand one year. They had it was an okay show, but it was
last year, I think.
Was it? No, this was a couple years. This was before.
I don't know. Maybe they did.
Year, year before they did grandstand.
This was 19, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They were the grandstand as well.
It was 19. They were at the grandstand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because 20 there was no fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was a better show. At least they played for like a long period of time.
Yep.
But went to the meet and greet there, and they were a little cooler. But they still had like this ego on them, and I'm like, I mean, you guys aren't that big of a hit that like.
Here, a better question is what show should you have gone to that you didn't go to? I had an opportunity to go to Prince and I didn't go.
That's the one. That's the one.
I mean, you want to talk about kicking yourself? I mean, that's just kind of a. But it's like, we had dinner with Christina Perry. I mean, that girl's so unique and so very, very cool. So that's the interesting thing about artists, right? It's like at the end of the day, I think I don't ever need to go in a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but I'd rather sit down and have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's going to have more matter as far as I'm concerned. The lounges I think were very, very cool. I mean, we had a lot of fun with
Aaron
those.
Lewis came did one. We
Yeah,
had
Stained. Yeah, he was
Colby
pissed that day.
Calais.
Colby,
Oh,
yeah,
it was Stained.
Yeah, it was Stained. But yeah, Aaron came in. They thought they
I
were
got
only
a
doing
picture
2
with that.
records. Dude, when he got out of the van, forget about it. I got a contact high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Aaron Lewis is awesome. I love Aaron
so it
Lewis.
was rolling. Yeah, but no, it was good. It was, but yeah, they just Yeah, you're right. We could spend another 2 hours on
I'd
this.
say I've got about 1 billion more questions, but
We'll do episode 101.
yeah.
100 on the order.
I'm gonna make a lineup, a power lineup for episode 101 to 200.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let me know when you're at 199 or 198.
We talked to Dean. Who was it? Dean Del Rey.
Oh, Dean Del Rey.
And he said I don't do podcasts until you get to episode 100. So
that's funny.
So,
well, I tell you what, I
Yeah.
appreciate you thinking of me, and thanks a lot for having me.
I appreciate it. This has been fantastic.
Nice.
This is one of our longer episodes we've had in a while, and it's full of fantastic content.
Content.
So I love all of it.
So I said I've got 1 billion more questions.
It's gonna be so super easy.
Yeah, I've got to we got to have back on. I got more questions.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go. LG.
Yeah. Mr. Chance, thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me.
Also, big thank you to Lola's. Don't forget your spicy mayo. By
yes.
the way. Lola's Bebop spicy
mayo. When you put up the set, make sure you replace me, because that's going to be missing.
Thank you for educating my friend on all things music related.
Yeah.
Making him Des Moines' 52nd best DJ.
Easily. And now I'm retired from DJing. So,
yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I don't DJ anymore.
Oh, no.
Private parties only. Private dances only.
Yeah. I only do expensive gigs
one-on-ones or one-on-minis? You said dances or private dances? I'm sorry.
I only do whatever pays the most.
Oh, here we go. Slap leather.
But thank you guys, and
yeah, thanks.
Check you guys out in here a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Big old episode 100.
Appreciate it.